What is up, Nerf Nation? I'm Naptown Nerf, and today we're going to be doing a review on the brand new Mark IV ammo counter. Alright, you guys, so I received a package in the mail from Mr. Nathaniel Deal, and that is awesome. And if you don't know who that is, he is the creator of Ammo Counter, and he makes mainly Nerf ammo counters, and I know he's branched into a few other realms with airsoft. Well, maybe not airsoft yet, but I think paintball he's gotten a little bit into. But nevertheless, this should be the brand new Mark IV ammo counter, and I was not expecting this package, so thank you so much, Nathaniel, for sending this over. I had inquired about purchasing one, but I said I'd probably wait until I had a definite project to put it on, and I have an idea for a few actually, and I have a couple ammo counters that need projects, and this is the story of my life, buying stuff before I am actually working on that project and then never getting around to it. I won't say never, hopefully I get around to it. I know I have plans for both of those ammo counters, so without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this thing open and see what we got inside. We have a patch, which he has awesome patches. Oh, and some stickers in there too, which is really cool. This, I believe, is the charging port. And then obviously we have the brand new ammo counter and a t-shirt, which is really cool. Boom. Will that all fit in the screen? Probably not. But nevertheless, that's sweet. Thank you so much. Medium, perfect size, awesome. We're about the same size, actually, so he probably had a good idea of what size I was. Nathaniel's an awesome guy. We always have nice conversations at FoamCon and IndWar, so it's always good seeing you, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I can't wait to sport the t-shirt. Alright, so the main item that we are looking at, obviously, is the ammo counter itself. And this is really cool because this has a rechargeable battery inside of it, so you don't have to worry about storing a battery somewhere. And then it has a attachment point with an IR beam inside that will count down the darts, which is awesome. And then obviously we have it in safety orange and black. He does offer custom colors if you contact him. He doesn't sell those on his Etsy. It's more like a commission custom build kind of a thing. So that's pretty cool. I may end up doing that for some builds in the future. But this is pretty cool and can be easily swappable to any blaster you choose, you know, as long as it has an in-strike attachment point. He has another design for a front end that he sells that is for like faux barrel or worker barrel. So I guess if you don't want an in-strike attachment, you could go that route. But I think that is an extra cost. But nevertheless, we will go ahead and see if we can get this on a blaster and see how it works. Alright, you guys, so I went ahead and set up my ammo counter to work with the Raven on the side rail here, so I just had to undo these screws, and I'll probably go ahead and show you that when we get back inside, how you can change that around. But it's very simple and very cool that you can do that, so you can run it on any rail, any side of the blaster you want. I probably would prefer it on the left side because I'm right-handed and it's most visible that way, but obviously there's no rail on that side of the Raven, so went ahead and put it on the right side, which is not too bad. It works pretty well, especially since this is a bullpup design. It kind of works out all right there. So that's cool that you can switch that around. Then obviously this is an in-strike attachment, so that just slides right on. Very, very nice fit. Have absolutely no issues there. The print is gorgeous, so that's really, really cool. Really like this design, which is based off of the Modulus attachment, I believe, the short one. So that's pretty cool. And we'll go ahead and turn this guy on here. There we go. So it's right now at 0, which I believe is the count up feature. But then if we went ahead, we have 6, we have 10, we have 12, we have 15, we have 18, we have 22, we have 25, we have 35. So I know you guys are excited about that new 50 round drum, and you can preset that in here. He might even do that and update it to have a 50 round option, but you can change any of these. So if we wanted to change the 25, we could just hold this button down, it flashes, and then we could move that up to 50 if we wanted to. There we go, and then we hold that down. and now we have 50 set in. So we have 35, we have 0, 6, 10, 12, 15, 18, 22, 50. So there you go. So you can just change any of those presets if you want to, and then it's easy to change back if we want to change that back. So we'll go to 50, we'll hold that, and then we can minus that back to 25 if we want to move it back to that, and hold that button down again, and that sets it back at 25. So that's really, really cool. We'll go ahead and put it at 12 because I have a 12 round magazine. We'll fire off first, see how that does, and then we'll move it to 22 because that's what I usually use, and see how that does, just to give it a reasonable test here for you guys. And I've already put some shots through it. It's had no issues at all, so that's really awesome. So let's see how it does. And this is a modified Raven. If you missed my mod guide, I have a mod guide for this. So pretty cool, shoots pretty well now. I'll hold it out in front of me a little bit more here so you guys can see it a little bit better. And it says we're out, and we are. So there we go. We'll go ahead and change this to 22, and obviously it resets to 12, which is really cool. We'll go ahead and try it with the 22 round mag. Oh, still one left. There we go. So just to prove that it is right, that is pretty awesome. And then obviously it resets to 22, which is great. It will always reset. You don't have to push a button to reset it. It is just a flawless design. He's really worked out all the kinks, and the new rechargeable feature is awesome. All you have to do is undo this screw, slide this off, and plug that into a USB port that it comes with. Plug that into a outlet or a socket like your phone charges into and whatnot, and you plug it in and it charges up. So that's pretty cool. There is also a screw up here that will lock this onto the rail. Right now it's just friction fit, and it has a pretty good friction fit, but if I was running this in a game, I probably would lock that down. And then obviously you can get this for Picatinny if you want to put it on a Picatinny rail, or a Nerf rail if you want it on that. So let's go back inside and I'll show you some more of the details and talk a little bit further about the product. Alright you guys, so I was very impressed with all my testing with the brand new Mark IV ammo counter. Had no issues whatsoever, and I wouldn't expect any considering his other models have not had any problems counting down darts either. Now if you're not familiar with what an IR beam is, there is a beam that runs inside of this barrel, and that will know when a dart passes through it, and that's how it knows to count down the number on the screen. So that's really cool, and in my opinion the best way to count down darts. A trigger pull is not necessarily accurate, obviously, because if you pull the trigger and no dart is fired, then it's going to count down a dart and you're going to have the wrong number up there. So this thing did very well when I put it over full auto. It did not skip a beat. It counted down the darts perfectly and did great. I was not able to get video of this as I didn't really have a good setup for a full auto blaster that would do 10 plus darts a second and have it attachable with the Nerf rail. So I kind of just had to jury rig it and hold it on there, and it just wasn't great video. And I did most of my testing indoors as it's pretty cold outside and it's hard for me to get quality video indoors in my limited firing range in here. So take my word for it, it does very well. Now like I was saying, outdoors you are able to rotate this by undoing the two top screws there, pulling the top part of the shell off upwards, and then you can pull out the screen portion and rotate that any direction you so choose. It is absolutely awesome now that he has the battery located inside of here, because before you had to locate the battery inside the blaster, or the original version I believe had the battery in it, but the thing was really big. So still small and sleek and tactical, and doesn't add a lot of weight to the blaster, which is awesome, and that allows you to side mount it. And it also has that rechargeable battery that is really easy to recharge. And I mean, I haven't recharged this one yet, but I'm sure it does it fairly quickly. I believe he said that this will have 8 hours of life. I have not worn down the battery yet. I have not been testing for 8 hours straight, but that is a pretty good lifespan in my opinion, and should last you through most war scenarios, you know, last you a full day. And then obviously it's super easy to recharge with that USB port. Now, he does offer this in several different LED colors. You can pick from a numerous amount of colors, and it's not actually the LED that's changing color. I believe the LED screen is always white, but he has a film, or as I like to say, as I come from a production kind of background, a gel on top. So this one has a blue gel. The blue is really nice because it's very visible in daylight or at nighttime, but I'm sure they're all pretty darn visible, and you do have a brightness setting on here that you can adjust to make brighter or less bright, so that's something that would also probably help you have more or less battery. I believe it comes at full brightness, so I'm assuming that 8 hours is at full brightness. So yeah, it's pretty darn bright and very easy to see, and he does have that nice design that's covered, so when there's sunlight hitting it, you can still see your screen pretty easily. So that's really nice. The 3D printing quality, like I said earlier, is gorgeous. Very well done. I just love the design, and the print quality is just immaculate. So I really have nothing bad to say about this at all, which is not really like me. I usually have something that I would critique, but honestly, the only thing that's a bit of a downside, and there's really no way around it to me, is the actual external cord. I'm not a big fan of external cords, but to have something modular like this, it's the only way, and given the fact that he's gone with a cord like this that holds itself together, you don't really have to attach it some way to your blaster to hold it out of the way. It does that pretty well by itself and is completely out of the way. It doesn't affect my motion at all. I mean, it might get in the way a little bit of me gripping it, but you know, that's not a big deal at all to me. So yeah, it's pretty nice, honestly, and I mean, it may be nicer and look better if there was no cord, but then you obviously would have to integrate it into the blaster. So, and he does offer those options on his website and on his Etsy page as well. All the links to his website, Etsy page, and Facebook page all in the description box below, so definitely check that out. He does do custom orders, like I said, so if you want something in a different color scheme than the black and orange, definitely let him know through his website. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any other questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, as it greatly helps out the channel and will greatly promote it on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Ring the bell for notifications. And as always, guys, peace out.